All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check. Come on. Sunday. Check 59.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
You got time right there. Hey, fall. 59 mark. Check. 59.
He gets away from 1. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Bang! Green, triple T. Mike 5'9".
To throw, Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Check. 59.
3rd and long for Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Heavy on the edges.
Ready.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Squeeze.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
30 base. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Here's Jones. Off play action. That's into the hands of Edwards. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Following the interception, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Winston. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
He's got daylight. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, this is Jackson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Now.
Throwing again. Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
I got one.
Now Jones operating from the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Down. 60 or.
52 to Mike.
You ain't going nowhere.
2. On first and 10, Jones. They complete it to Hill. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Here I come again.
Ready?
Jones, a final shot before break. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, check back 45. Check Mike 45.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On third down, here's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara, 74 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Check.
Greystone travel.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 43. Under.
Again, it's Jones. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, wait. Easy. Pop.
Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Wait. Easy. Hey, we got motion. Back up.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. It's caught. Jones. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Jameis now on first down. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
Time.